Nisoingba sakantikon sangsatai Meghalaya News 24 channel ram chakswa. Anga askino marak Aryan dalni khoborang. Noktanpara Government LP School Jian Dalu, West Garo Hills Ajani nungo ngacem, ua skulo sak sotokchet chatro aro chatri rang porainga, wamangni ningnekani ko khoborna skig barang uyataha. Uyatani getade school nok namsrangjani gemen ICDS nokosa khatsakinga, ua nok pa namsrangjaha, aro class sakjani gemen class 3 ni 5 ko san rana manaya, nokni nokhangrang selani asel mukhabalwa rakode dontongatna nanginga, aro ua skulo na rama namjani gemen school china reina dona getaba niknekinga. Ia ramara PWD ni ngau ngacem endi bagal sebesa donai nga neski barang khoborna uyataha. Ua rama kon school ge dokni ski barang salantin reina geta nangi nga jekhai Nokhatgre Government School, South Naktanpara LP School, Naktanpara Secondary School, Naktanpara Upper Primary School, Naktanpara Government LP School, aro Damal Ontapara LP School, ia rama kon salantin kostoko chakeri na geta nangi nga nekoborna uyataha. Government ia rama aro skulang kon yatode namgen neski barang molmolangha. West Garo Hills Police songni manderang ni jila kharangko chaugipa manderang ni kham khani bewalang ko masie parakataha. September chibonga tarik ni prungchipak ketam atha bajimango rongram police dolrang tura oni kilometer chibonga chelgiba oni ko machumang gatam ko bostu rachakaba gari ni ko nikke ningthakataha. Ua gari gechak rongni bus Assam number AS 0 sa DD sa bonga gatam sini ongachem aru ua dadengre ramajipak nari ang mateng somayosa police dolrang nikerke jakjepataha. Endake ungen semoba Gari salgeba driver tharak prete sale khate kilometer bonga chela au gari ko gale done khataha ne khoborna aganangha. JHADC ni chairman Sangke Shangpung aro Nongspung Sohyong MDC Sherborlang El Molong Bristibar Salo NPPO napaha. Wamang NPP President Conrad Sangma, Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong, Rajya Sabha Member WR Karluki aro gubernangi dongpa anio partio napaha. Ua somayo Chief Minister Conrad Sangma PA Sangma sagini parti ko rekani ganba aganangha.
We had taken over the National People's Party from the unit in Manipur. So we never actually came up with the name in the beginning. National People's Party was formed back in 1980s, late 80s, early 90s in Manipur. But it was late P.S. Sangma who took over the party and gave it a national status and national level and built the party from literally from scratch. But the word people, as maybe it was destiny, that he used to always believe in being guided by people's principle, that ultimately God blessed us with a party which was called National People's Party.
Adok Sorkari gegeni airport rangko gacham Chief Minister rangni bimungchi mngangna tikaha. Chanchir meteng sumayo Chief Minister Conrad Sangma ni jinmana parakatani getade Umroi Airport ko Chief Minister BB Lingdo ni bimungchi aro Baljek Airport ko Captain Williamson A Sangma ni bimungchi mengangen. Wandake Baljek Airport ko Daldapatna Airport Authority baksa chanchir mani ko dakang kwenga ne jinmana uyataha.
Umroi Airport has been made functional and has direct connections to 8 different locations. One is Kolkata, second Guwahati, third Dibrugarh, fourth Dimapur, fifth Silchar, 6 Agartala, 7 Aizawl, and 8 Imphal. Sir, I also would like to inform this august house that we in the cabinet are bringing up a proposal soon to rename these different airports. So we are proposing that the Umroi Airport should be named as late BB Lingdo Airport and the Jingjal Airport, which is Tura Airport, be named as Captain William Sangma Airport, sir. These proposals will be brought out very soon and we want to take this forward because we feel that these are leaders who have contributed greatly to our society and to our state, and the least that we could do as a government is to honor them by naming the two important infrastructures and the airports after these great leaders.
Education Minister Lakman Rimbui Bristibar Salo Assembly na adoko ge kola chidok lower primary school rango skigba dongjani gaman uyataha. Question hour AITC legislator Jenit Sangmani anina akan chakingon school rango skigba rang dongjani aselde retirement transfer by resignation ka ani gaman onga ne Rimbui akan ha.
From the replies of the Honorable Minister in charge of Education, we have come to know that there are as many as 36 government LP schools where there is not even a single teacher. So in that case, what will be the fate of the students? And what alternative steps are being taken to ensure the schooling and the education for the children in these villages are continued?
Mr. Speaker, sir, in most of the village where the school located, there are alternative school, nearby school, which student is attending. And number two, sir, that this teacherless school happened due to retirement or transfer or resignation of the incumbent teachers, and wherever the schools, the nearby school from that schoolless, teacherless schools, we have approved for rationalization to push the teacher where, so that the student could go to that schools.
Opposition in Dilgabagacham Chief Minister Dr. Mukul Sangmaba motion on style and function of power department ni gaman chansir maniko dakmatang sumayo bakor ang paaha.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to briefly submit and participate in this very important motion tabled by the honorable member from Fulbari, Mr. S.G. Estamur Momenin. The motion is this House do now discuss the style and functioning of the power department. It's a very vast thing, but then let me be brief in my submission, Mr. Speaker, sir. I would like to come to the point, keeping in mind the mess in which the power sector is today in the state of Meghalaya. Everybody is affected. Everybody is talking about this, everywhere. Whether it is in my constituency, whether it is in Chief Minister's constituency, everybody's constituency. This is something which is visible before everybody's eyes. So I'd like to know from the government, what is the government doing to ensure that the villages which have been deprived of the power connection because of damages to the innumerable number of transformers are restored in time? Keeping in mind the kind of bitter experiences that the people are being subjected to go through. Whether we are talking about smart classroom, whether we're talking about various other public service delivery systems which are completely dependent on power sector. Therefore, keeping in mind this whole indispensability of energy to make things happen in this modern era, I think what is required to be seen as a response from the government is one thing. I would like to know from the minister, as of now, in respect of every respective CNRD blocks, how many villages are without electricity supply? I talked to some of the engineers, some of the officers from MECL, to understand as to why some of the villages like Sulguri in southwest Garo Hills, Chandanpara in southwest Garo Hills, and 52 other villages within the subdivisional area of Garobada, MEPDCL subdivision. 52 villages are without electricity. When I tried to know from the officers, I was told that they don't have money to get the transformers which were given for repair. Is it a fact? And if it is a fact, then who is going to make payment for the repair of those transformers? And in absence of payment, how is it expected that the people should be bearing the brunt of this complete incompetence of this particular sector? Now, this, when it gives us, this whole situation provokes us to think and be analytical about the factors leading to this kind of situation, we have only one conclusion, that the MECL has been mismanaged. And there was a demand from all concerned, including political parties, to see that whether there are alleged irregularities and alleged corruption in power sector, particularly in MECL. A commission of inquiry has been instituted. We want the report. It is binding on the government to table any report submitted before the government after a commission of inquiry is instituted. Why has this report been not tabled? So it must be tabled, number one.
Deputy Chief Minister in charge Power, President Tinsong Bristibar Salo, casual employer rangni niamni kita regularization ko dabiani ko na sorkari jakku de anggen ene kadungani ko na ha. Assembly akan sakani ko takingon, Tinsong ni akan ani kita de sak hazal sar chachet geni casual worker rangni regularization ko dabiani ko takanira MECL ni datla nang phagapa unga ne akan ha.
Under the caption, MECL staff to wear black badges. Sir, in this regard, I would like to inform the honourable member of this House that all the areas raised by the honourable members are pertinent to the demand of the casual contractual employees under the umbrella of the MECL Progressive Workers Union for regularization of their services and payment of pending areas for the month of October 2018 to February 2019. The matter, sir, is under active consideration and the payment of areas is considered on the priority basis. Sir, the as well MECB had engaged casual contractual workers on need basis. The engagement was for a period of 60 days with 1 day break. Renewal of the casual engagement was made from time to time. With the incorporation of the MCL from 1/4/2010, these casual workers continue to be engaged and are paid daily wages as per the Minimum Wages Act as followed by the government of Meghalaya and adopted by the corporation. Sir, at present there are total number of 1802 casual employees employed in the MECL and its 3 subsidiaries. Sir, with a view to streamline the engagement of casual workers in the corporation and also keeping in mind the welfare of such employees, the MECL has introduced a contract agreement with a validity period of 1 year, which shall be renewed annually with the following benefits. 1. Provident fund coverage as per the terms and conditions defined.
Meghalaya sorkari adoko jowa khalchakna biaptharina amgapa ko dontong achenga. Kobor atum gebarang na Chief Minister akan angingon order onnas khang abachingo kham khagmanang dewan daken donginga. Endake ongingon giljani dilgebarang aro pressure group ni aganani gemen ia khamrang ko dontong achenga ha aro adok sorkari iana agrede mamungkoba dakna chanchiang kuja enne aganang ha. Kegitam party na provisional license onani gemen jana pangingon provisional license de temporary sa ne sangma wani bidungot halatani ko ba atakanga ha.
No, we have I've been very clear that we have given the instructions to stop any further process to happen. But the processes that happened before that order was given, those processes are there. Hence, the decisions that we had taken and the communication we had made to everybody was we are not going to move any further than where we are. But before this debate started and before we had met the NGOs and the church leaders, certain processes had already taken place. And those are the processes that were mentioned in the House that day. That happened to be 3 provisional licenses. Provisional means it's a temporary license. That was given on the condition that within 6 months or 8 months the operations have to start. And hence we have put a stop to everything after the discussions we had with the church leaders and with the NGOs. So we have not misguided anybody. I just want to make that clear. And those provisional licenses are automatically going to lapse after a certain time is gone. Hence, we have made it very clear to them also. I had multiple discussions with them that whatever decision we take in the future,
We will do it after extensive consultation and engagement with the people, whether it's the church or whether it's the organizations or the public in general. So it's very clear, it remains as it was. And of course, they think that this is happening after the discussion, but these were things that happened way ahead and way before we moved forward. And the fact that these licenses, as I said, are provisional licenses which were given before we had those meetings and discussions. These will lapse within a matter of 6 months or 8 months. And hence my stand, which I had given the commitment that we will not move forward in any way until unless we have engagement, still stands, and there is no question of misguiding or giving misinformation to anybody.
TMC MLA Winnerson Sangma, Christopher Salni question our Deputy Chief Minister in charge PWD President Tinsong Zrimma ko Toguba Dolong ba Way Bridge rang Ramarang ko nosto ka ani japangde jawama anes ngangha. Andake ingon Tinsong ni aganani getari Bangladesh China rongte salgaba gari truck rangan asol rama ko nosto ka gaba japangde unga ane agan chakang skha. Se rakhyani getari adok sorkari Crore Bri Point Sotbrigani ko Garobada Dalu Ampati Zigzag Mahindraganj Aro Pura Khasiani Rama Nosto Ungumana ko Taripul Thaina gata Unna Namnake Rachakang Manha. Wandake ingon Uaramarang ko National Highway Tharina Janap Guman ko ba Santarona Watatna Manchie Dulmanjok Neaganangaha. Opposition ni MLA Zenit Sangmani Sang Skhani getari Garobada Dalu Ampati Zigzag Mahindraganj Ramarang Namja ingon Maina Sorkari Uaramagata Jrimgapa Garirang ko Salna Unkuinga Nesangaha. Ua ramagata truckari jrim gaparang kolach ichetani sotprigini metric ton rangko salna gata unkuinga. Andake ongingon ua ramagata chigini metric ton ko sa salna permission dongayacham ane agan tapangha. Sangma sorkari ko iani bidungo kamkachina didiani ko batakangha.
Then the government should renovate this road timely, because already that maintenance timeline has already been passed. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, this is precisely because of uncontrolled plying of loaded trucks, overloaded trucks. True, when we inspected from the Public Accounts Committee, there was verification of the loaded trucks in the weighbridge owned by the company who constructed this road. And it was found that the gross weight of the truck was 42 metric ton, 38 metric ton, so on and so forth. But the permissible limit is 12 tons only. So when the overloaded trucks beyond the permissible limit are plying, obviously the road will be damaged. The cost of the road is, for 98 kilometers from Garovada to Dalu via Mahendraganj, is 295 crores. So for whose benefit these overloaded trucks are being allowed to fly through this road? So I need categorical explanation from the government. What measures are being taken up to stop this menace?
Sir, yes, at that point of time, as I've said, in fact, see, there are different categories of the prescribed weight limit of each trucks, single axle, then double axle. So since the company itself has already prescribed 25 tons, 30 tons. So at that time when we designed the project for construction of this very important road, that time maybe the specification was not that condition where it is able to cope up with
Mr. Speaker, sir, I need definite reply. Sorry? I need definite reply. The Honorable, whether it is Deputy Chief Minister or Minister or any Honorable Minister. No. I'm just trying to get the clarification. In the course of the reply of the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, he said maybe it is ambiguous. So I need definite reply in the course of the reply.
Yeah, let me withdraw that word maybe, but it is. That's what I'm telling. Right now, sir, we take special attention to these very important roads. No doubt about it. That's why from the state fund itself right now, we already sanctioned, I've already informed the members, 4 crores plus, and then to be accorded sanction, again another 5 crores plus. So this amount will be taken up for major repairing of these important roads. And we have
Opposition TMC legislator Chief Whip George Bilingdo ni akanani getade sorkari niyam geta tik onge kham khaja aro dingtang muksonganirang baksari ina muksonganirang donga. Gaming Act ni gemen jana pengon ian daksraitani sa unga ne sorkari wina nanga aro ia Gaming Act ko rapalna bagamaatna nanga ne opposition legislator akananga ha.
I think it is time that the government should realize its mistakes and withdraw rather than annoy the citizens in such manner. What we have observed is that one person is saying something else, one person is talking something else, and one person is doing something else. So everything seems to unorganized. Everything seems to have multiple directions, and they have multiple kind of intentions in this particular government. In fact, the intention and everything and decision of the government should always be for the benefit of the people and the citizens of the state. But here we are seeing, they're talking something else, they're doing something else. So it's really very...
Tura Medical College korkani da kola 3% machotaha aro iano koros ongani 9% ongingaha ne bristibar salo adokni Health Minister James K Sangma Assembly na parakataha. Tura Medical College ko hajagani kolgruk sabsi ni January kolgruk sni tarikon machodatna geta nisan ko dona hacham endi ba COVID sajen ma baksa dengtang a selrangchi college ko rekaniyo jaman chakatta ko manha neba ua parakataha. Ia Medical College ko reking ba company somai ko bida pahani gaman sorkari ia college ko machotat nagata hajagani kolgo gatam busini February sni tarikona somai ko onda paha neba James parakataha.
Speaker sir, let me assure the honourable member that it is the sincere endeavour of this government to complete this project, sir, and to see that this very prestigious Tura Medical College can be completed. Pursuant to that, sir, I would like to inform the honourable member that we have a committee which is headed by the Secretary of Health in the government, who is monitoring the progress of the construction and the status of the project, sir. And I would also like to inform the honourable member that we have achieved 33% in terms of physical progress, sir. That is in relation to 17% in terms of the financial progress, sir. And I would like to again, assure the honourable member that we will pass this matter on to the Home Department so that this.
ADE ni President Shri Dalsingbira CH Moment CRPC ba CPC ko ADCO ragatna jaku de ani ko raken jegala. Khobor atham keparang na akaningon ADCO CRPC ba CPC ko ragato de namjawa ne akanang ha maina 6 schedule ko dengthang manchas khango India jakatel ko manchinga onin tribal rangna tharigiman niam onga aro mamung takeba ia niam ko governor ba MLA badang thapna manja ne akanang ha aro ni akanani getade anching tribal jatna tharigiman niam ko anching jakatel onge dongna nanga maina ia CRPC ba CPC niam ko ADCO ragachogo de anching ni niam rang nokmani balrang dongjawha ane Sri Dalsingbira CH Moment khobor atham gapana thalataha
matela na siamangne angko okamate batak mo somoyo chingni lekasiat ki pani bidungo sandina okamani bidungo ya jani chet tarik September kor hazagni korkni tarik ko chunga ya CRPC ba CPC ni bidungo chunga lekha ko sidotto ha chungmotan anchini dawo ya MD government je anchini Mr Conrad ke sangma chi dalengapa government batang bo somoyo CRPC ba CPC ko ADCO agatna ane mangna agan gapa khathani ba thik yako chaku di ani bidungo chunga rachakna manjawa are de chanchingni jatni dakpeol pewal banchingni sexual area de banchingni achik asongo de ba tribal area de mili jawam agapjawa ane chunga jegale lekhago sedota chum regulation research school sochet yanoba tribal rangni area ba sexual area mamung dakkeba anchine general administration ko jakhalakta ba donata manjane rongthalen sia unbaksana montek claims report research school chichet uno maikosia uno governor mangmangba administration kana gata bas hason kana ta manjane rong thalensia ya governor mangmang ban chungo administration kana manjang ode aru option line on section sotmuwa gani eo unobasia donga any act of Indian legislature shall not apply to these areas under sexual area chungmotan antini sego ko manpa MLA rangba mamon ke ban chungni dakar kani culture tradition ban chungni jatni sasoni niyam reti dakpe walanko mamon ke tharep nota man jane yanorong thalbe sia ndire dalo anchungni chief minister ara mayo pangchake anchungni ya sexual area ban chungni tribal area ban chungni ya idishura mayo pangchake biara CRPC aro CPC ko dalora akat nata dalo kurang ko nenga yani bidungo 잔치에 와로 아연 만나네 와 정나 만나점 야 식실로 정나 블롱겐 니암 블락급바 감찻급바 와네 안정nek 나타 만나 아루야 니암 친 안정네 아직 가송 아직 잣 달롱 흥바 날족 갱아 빙랑 달롱 흥 날족 갱아 우니만 야 니암마라 안정니 아직 가송코 젤차급바 블락급바 안정니 락급바 길라급다 rakapa guari kita caca ungane niam ni guari ni akan gen ya niam cian cengko kaduli don kepota caca wa uniman hai acik jatrang acik ancing ni karam sekarang kasara acik jatrang hai ni bidung nami canci biwale ancing ba kam kana arena jakudena ane sakanti acik jatrang na ar delgeba sakanti na mungani ko natpa sakanti kon matela acik asong tangpang cina acik jat tangbang cina
Talni koborang de yarangsan ya koborang ni ngmen nabatem asinas kode Meghalaya News 24.com ni koporaina matgen sakantikon niswani na matela